Hey everybody, welcome back to Kerbal Space Program. Apologies for the somewhat low voice. I'm recording this rather late at night, but I had a hankering for Kerbal Space Program and I decided, well, screw it. I'm gonna fly to Minmus and I'm gonna land us there. I performed a rendezvous with the Kerbal station, but I'm not docking with it because, first of all, I don't think it's necessary. Second, I kind of came out here ill-prepared. Like, my idea was to send the lander first. You can see it over there. It's right here, docked with the station. But there's no way that I can dock with the station and with the spaceship simultaneously. So basically what happened was we had like some fuel, actually quite a lot of fuel left over after we put the lander into orbit and then brought it up to dock. So I refilled these fuel tanks that we emptied the last time we sent a spacecraft away from here to the moon. And with what little fuel we have left, I'm going to pump all that into the main engine of the Freya 5, which we have once already tested, if you'll recall, to fly to Minmus. And so now, having refueled the station, Jebediah, in command of the Freya lander, is now going to undock from the station, use a small RCS burst, push himself away from the station, and then we're going to dock with the Freya. Used up a lot of monopropellant, which is actually kind of fine. Okay, so this time, I think this is the first time we're going to do this. We're going to dock two spacecraft. No, actually that's not true. We did this before already. Let's set that as our target. Now let's turn these two vessels exactly towards each other. Should make the docking a heck of a lot easier. There. Now they're literally headed straight towards each other. Whether or not they're properly aligned remains to be seen. Let's speed time up a bit. Now, the other engine does not have RCS thrusters, so micromaneuver is going to be entirely left up to the lander. There we go. Oops. Little bump, but no problem. Alright, so we've successfully docked. I will now transfer what fuel we have left in this tank into this tank. It's not a lot, but I hate to waste fuel. So that being done, we can now... These are empty, right? Yes, we can separate this. There we go. That stage is now gone. We have the lander in tow. So let's do it. Set our course for Minmus. We may be in luck if I can do this quick enough. Although probably not. Yeah. Nope. Alright, so step one is going to be us adjusting our orbit. Gonna have to burn anti-normal. Too much. Oh, come on now. That's the ticket. Right, so let us now orient ourselves towards the maneuver node. Our crew, by the way, today is It's Valentina Kerman, Jebediah Kerman, our two veteran pilots, And Herbert Kerman is going to be the scientist who we take with us. She's the only one who's definitely going to be landing, and I believe I decided that Jeb is going to be the one to make the Minmus landing. He's the one in piloting the Minmus lander, which reminds me we better put him in the command pod. There. Don't want him to be lonely throughout this several day-long space flight. Alright, now let's skip ahead to our node. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Checking to see if we still need to burn. Alright, what did we drop? So our heading is now set. Burned through quite a bit of fuel. Better disable crossfeed so we don't accidentally burn the lander's fuel too. And then I think now we can plot a flight. Where is Minmus? It's over there. We gotta aim somewhere over that direction. Yeah. Okay. Holy shoot. Wow. A 5,000 meter periapsis. That's pretty good. We're probably not going to hit that. That's like crashing into the surface level of periapsis, basically. So I'm just kind of assuming that I'm not going to hit that dead on anyway. If I am, I'll just, you know, do a course correction mid-flight. This is definitely going to take more than 2 minutes. So let's orient ourselves towards our vector. And head on out. This is going to be a pretty good mission scientifically. Not to mention that we have a boatload of contracts that want us to go to Minmus and land there. Including one which desires the construction of an orbital station. Despite the amount of times I've preached about orbital stations being essential for repeated space landings, I decided to skip that step up to this point just because I'm very eager to get out there. Okay. We're doing good. So, you guys can pretty much just assume that everything's going to go just fine. This is a long and boring burn. And I will bring us all back once we successfully make it that far. Assuming that we make it that far at all, considering the amount of fuel that it might take. And of course, remember the last time we took this vessel out to Minmus, it was carrying nothing but a satellite. But anyway, see you guys at Minmus then. So, we didn't make a 5,000 meter periapsis. We made a 10,000 one. It's a bit safer height, but actually kind of scarily close. I mean, it's going to be really easy to establish orbit from here. But look at that. Look at how close we ended up. Now, this is going to be fun. Now, I didn't bother checking yet, but we got time to fix all this later. The question is, do we have enough what science experiments do we have? Because we want to do this the most efficient way possible, right? Which means bringing home as much science as we possibly can. EVA reports from space near Minmus and space far above Minmus. Minmus are, different experiments in game terms. So, but before any of that will even matter, we still got to establish orbit first. I mean, it's going to be a cakewalk, obviously. Let's see what we can do here. We also burned a lot of fuel. It's worth mentioning. Used up a lot of it on our way here, but look how close we are. Man. This really looks like you could just almost reach out and grab it. Luckily, the orbital insertion isn't actually going to cost us that much fuel at all. This is like almost to the point where we could collect data from the North Pole if we wanted, from the pole regions in general. I'm considering doing multiple landings, collecting science experiments from various sites on Minmus, depending on how much fuel we end up with at the end. Alright. Now let's... basically we just got to bring this thing down below 30,000 meters, but the closer the better. Of course, you got to keep the periapsis from dropping too much. In fact, that's pretty much as far as I'm willing to let it go for now. So let's do a little orbital course correction here. Let's extend the periapsis a bit. There. It's a bit safer. Get a bit closer to the vector. Now let's even out our orbit. 51, 40, 30. There, that should be fine. Okay, so we have an orbit. Let's do some science. Check what we got already. Crew report. We have a crew report. What about EVAs? We're above the lowlands right now. So let's see what experiments we can perform while up here. Everything's on the module, right? Yeah. Log pressure data. Space near Minmus, already got that. Temperature is space near Minmus. I assume then the materials bay is also going to be... Yeah, but there's still science left in that, so we'll take that one. Mystery goo. Also still science left in that one too. We'll take it. And we can also, while we're here, just collect it. Collect both of these and then restore them. Sweet. It's a little bit of extra science. Not too much, mind you. Again, I'm very seriously considering just cheating and turning on the visible biomes, because that was really useful the last time we used it, but I realized that, I guess that's not exactly the way the game wants it to be done. Interesting that these are still the lowlands. They look pretty rocky to me. Anyway, why don't we figure out where we want to land? I prefer landing on the light side since this lander still doesn't have light. Oh no, it does have lights on it. We could perform a dark landing if we wanted to. Don't necessarily think that we want to, deliberately, but who's to say? Ideally, we want to get someplace that's it's close to multiple landing sites. Somewhere like on the border of this, these flats, for instance, or like right there. Right there looks good. I think I'm going to try landing right there. Maybe once on top here and once down there. The slopes count as different biomes. The highlands count as different biomes, and I think each one of these flats counts as a different biome too. So let's fast forward. Let's very quickly see if there's any other EVA data we can pick up while we're out here. Nope, still below lands. Alright. I keep forgetting that this stuff spins. So, right about here is where we want to attach. Quick save before anything else. Then, let us begin necessary crew transfer. Jeb, you're going to be piloting the module. Herbert, you're going to be helping out with the science. Quick save once more. And there we go. SAS to retrograde. See you on the other side. This landing is going to be a cakewalk. It's this crew transfer, okay? I'm going to try and set us down right in the middle of that green pile over there, and then see how much fuel we have left. Because depending on how much we've managed to save up, we might want to go other places too. Minmus has an extremely low gravity, so this is going to be pretty easy. There we go. Notice how we're going like 120 meters per second. That's really slow. Okay, right around here I think we're going to want to start killing our horizontal velocity. Like so. Can you please just hold the craft still? I still didn't install reaction wheels on this. What was I thinking? Right around there actually is perfect. So I'm going to see how much I can cheese this science. Look at how much fuel we're using. Barely any at all. Slowing down is also going to be fairly easy. Gotta keep an eye out for my shadow. Sun is up there, so my shadow is going to show up somewhere around there. There it is. Alright. Time warps down to 1 automatically. Slowing down is going to be easy here. Bring up our landing gear. I think we're going to be landing almost exactly at sea level here, if I'm not mistaken. It looks like that, yeah. It looks about 1,000 meters away. Okay, I'm going to try and kind of even us out. We're now pretty much falling straight down. Okay. Shadow's coming in a little quick now. Bring us in nice and slow. These flats are the ideal spot to land, honestly. Make the whole thing so much easier. They're guaranteed flat spots, meaning that there's no slopes to worry about. Okay, kick up the speed a bit, and cut. Beautiful. Beautiful. Well, I believe that's one part of the contract complete. Yep. Yep. Alright. Well, let's start sciencing. Minmus's flats. There are greater flats, flats, and then lesser flats, I think. So there are 3 different flats for us to visit. These are the simple flats. The flat flats. Science data from here is worth an awful lot. Minmus is a pretty good place to collect all this stuff. Okay, we're also going to need a crew report. Can transmit that home. We can't because I still haven't put in a comms device on this. Well, that's very... No, wait. I do. It's right there. We have no signal. Don't we have a relay satellite nearby? I thought I put a relay satellite around Minmus. Hang on. It's on the other side. Oh, that's wonderful. What if we speed up a bit? Here we risk getting into the dark. And that satellite's basically rotating at a perfect angle to always avoid us. It's just a bit faster, though. Alright. There we go. Alright. Now I think it should work. Can we transfer a crew report now? Yes, there we go. Okay. Excellent. That means we've gotten our science data, which is what we needed. And now, I guess it's time to start a spacewalk. Gravity is very low here. If you can't tell just by how much a single step kicks her up, this is what jumping is like. Almost feels like you could literally kick yourself up into orbit around this thing, doesn't it? Boink. Alright, well, here's what we're going to do. First of all, we're going to plant the flag. Nicely done. So, flats explored. Oh crap, what's her name? I forget what her name is, something. Herbert. Whatever. So now we're gonna have a lot of Kerbals in our program, right? Anyway, let's take the surface sample. And let's get back inside. Can you jump, please? Oh boy. Literally jumped over the spacecraft. That's fine because I wanted to collect all this stuff anyway. Take the pressure data, collect the data from here, and then restore it. Collect the data from here, and then restore it. And I believe we still have a... I believe we still have some temperature scans. Yep. Take that. Alright. Now, considering that we have so much fuel left, I am definitely going to make another landing attempt. I think I might as well do it live. I'm going to try and do something a little bit risky. I'm going to try and land on the slopes. Alright, and I'm going to try to keep along our orbital path. It's roughly that way, I think. Yeah, like that. Okay, up we go. Quick save. I did collect all the data from here, didn't I? Mystery go. Both of the meters. I got the EVA, I got the crew report. All right, let's go. Now we're going to try and land on the slopes. This promises to be somewhat tough. But then again, everything worth doing is. Slopes are pretty steep too. I believe I've chosen like one of the steepest parts of the slopes. I'm also noticing that our orbital path is going to differ very much from that one by the time we get up there anyway, so might as well not even worry about that anymore. Alright. We're moving along pretty slowly. I think I'm going to push us just a little bit further. And see if we can land on these slopes, huh? God, do I love this game. Tried to warp us, wouldn't let me. Game's like, dude, it's not safe. Don't do it. Alright. This is gonna be tricky. Ship is a bit of a tower. Oh crap. Automatic course correction there. Screwed me up a bit. It's fine. It's fine. This is still fine. Okay. No. I'm not going to have to use my RCS thrusters, am I? No. Okay. Good. Good, good, good. Alright. Jeb, why don't you do it this time? Let's first see if it worked. Oh, wait. Nope, we're on the lowlands already, not the slopes. Well, that takes care of that then. So in order to level him up, we're going to have him plant a flag too. So it's apparently already the lowlands. I wonder where the slopes are. Come on, you can... Seriously? Seriously? Jeb. Jeb. Jeb, don't do this. Come on, man. It's not that steep. Alright, good. Jeb? You okay there, buddy? Okay, I don't know what's going on. He's just kind of frozen. And he's moving away from the vessel. Oh boy. Come on, this is gonna... Yeah, okay. Good. So let's plant the flag. He's enjoying himself, though. That's something. Okay, lowlands. Explored. Jeb and Herbert. Okay, well, let's activate our EVA thrusters, shall we? Let's not have to climb up that hill, worry about falling down. Let's just get on board. Oop. There we go. Grab it. Sweet. Board. Now let's take a crew report and transfer it while that relay satellite is still in range. Alright, let's take all these experiments. Alright. And I guess we're going to take off and fly a little bit higher up, but I'm not... You've already seen what the overspeed flying process looks like, so I'm not going to bore you with that. I'll just pause the recording once again, see you when I get there. Well, that certainly was productive. I mean, you have no idea. I'll show you in a minute. Actually, I can probably just show you now that we finally have a solid orbit. Took us no effort at all. So if I turn on flags here for a moment, there's our path. There are first two landings over there, third on the Midlands, Highlands, and I decided to even go to the poles and look at that fuel. We still have some left. There might even be more left in this single mission, but oh my goodness, so much science from this one launch. Anyway, enough's enough. Gotta quit while we're ahead, so let's get ourselves close here, and then let's begin fixing all this. We're gonna need to burn in the normal direction, I believe. Is that over here? Where's my marker? I don't want to target it with my orbital speed for now. That's the anti-normal. That's the one. Alright. This is the right one, isn't it? Yes, it is. Okay. Let's let it get a little closer, though. Now. Hold it steady there, Jeb. Don't want our periapsis to drop too much. Alright. 4, 3, 2, 1. There we go. 0.2 is fine. Now, let's see what happens at this next encounter. We have a higher orbit than the other one does, so let's see. That means that we're letting them catch up to us, right? Yeah, okay, so let's speed up. Easy money. Bit too far. Slow down a bit. Dare do... Actually, if I go like this, what happens if I use my RCS thrusters? Guess 0.3 is as good as we're getting. Quick save it. Right around Minmus one last time. Faster would be nice. I can finally hide those flags. Alright. Target velocity is already 4.7 meters. That means we don't even need to use any more fuel. Where is it? There it is. Crap. Turn this off. It's because I'm panicking. I'm going to use my thrusters anyway. Alright, let's flip ourselves over. There we go. Okay, so that's flying straight at it. Speed us up. A bit more. Alright. And Valentina patiently waiting for us all the way up there. Switch over to her. There we go. Where's the docking port? Can't see the docking port. Where's the docking port? There it is. Why can't I select it? There we go. Okay. Doot, doot. We're not aligned at all. Hang on, let me fix that. Okay. And kiss. Alright, give it a sec. There we go. Alright, well, that was beautiful. So let's finish the final preparations. Transfer Jeb to the command pod, and then let's EVA Herbert. Because she's still got one last job left to do here, and this camera angle is terrible. So you got to take all that data that's in there first of all, and then collect this data, remove it. No need to restore it. And then we're going to have to perform the rest of this using an EVA pack. And then remind me next time to update this lander because it's missing a lot of quality of life features. Collect that data, yep, remove it. Take that data, sweet. And then lastly, let us board command pod. And bid our final farewell to the Minmus lander. Just check, make sure we got nothing else in there. Alright. What about in here? 32 experiments. 32 experiments, holy smokes. Alright, undock it. And that's it. She will remain here in orbit until we one day come to collect her, and I think we will. I'm a sentimental person. We're going to rename this vessel. We're going to classify it as debris so it doesn't show up. This is the Freya Lander Mark II. I'm actually going to rename this one the Minmus Lander. Let us bid our final farewells to it as we prepare for our flight back to Kerbin, which is over there. Now how do we do that? Well, first, oh shoot, I forgot something, didn't I? Hang on. All that drama aside, we actually have to dock with this thing again. Crap. I forgot one very important thing. Okay, this one's a bit more involved. Alright, come on, come on. Docker. Turn off the RCS, does that help? Please just connect already. There we go. Okay, fuel. flipping fuel transfer. Alright. Now you can say goodbye to it. Alright. Now we're good. Okay. And the final stage of our flight is going to be number 1. Setting our orbital angle correctly. Bye-bye, Minmus lander. I meant to set it as a target. Can I get my lander, please? Why can't I focus on my ship? Seriously? I'd like to focus on my ship. There we go. Ah, well, who cares? It's focusing on the lander, isn't it? No, I want to focus on the... Oh, well. Never mind. We'll just use it like this, then. Apologies for this these last-minute problems we're experiencing. Shouldn't be too, you know, anything dreadful. Let's just kind of burn prograde now until we escape Minmus's pole. And then just get back home. Easiest thing ever done. Boop. Bye-bye, Minmus. Thanks for having us. Hope to see you again someday. By the way, don't think that I've forgotten about that thing that we saw on the moon. I mean, it might easily have just been a part of the terrain, but seriously, I kind of doubt it. I mean, that thing stuck out. That thing seriously stuck out. Wow. we've been on orbit for a while now. A month and a half just to get to the apoapsis. I probably could have burned at periapsis if I really wanted to, but all right, no, we got to go retrograde this time. And I bet you we're gonna somehow get caught in Minmus's pole. I just know it. But this should be easy enough. We just kind of burn till we get our periapsis. There's also a moon there to be worried about. Could easily run into either of those. More worried about Minmus, honestly. All right, 5 million, 4 million, 3 million. Oh, crap. No. Alright, let's fly by it and see what happens. Alright. That's acceptable. Let's just keep slowing down. Should get something like a morning landing. Sun's over there. We're gonna end up on a side that's just barely light. 400, 300, 200, 100... There we go, we're under 100 now. 70, 60, 50, 40, 36. Close enough. Quick save. And then we just fly on home with a ton of fuel left over. I'm very proud of us. There we go. Making our final approach to a beautiful sunrise. Closing in on 100,000 meters. 130, 20, 10, 100,000 meters, 90, 80, and 70 coming up. Pointers to retrograde. We've got some serious slowing down to do right now. 3,000 meters per second, that's pretty dang fast. I don't really want to be going that fast, so let's just burn as hard as we can. Rendezvous maneuver on Minmus. Constructing the first station, well, kinda. Performed a docking maneuver. Doesn't necessarily count as a station, we just kind of docked two things. Okay, this is kind of in danger of exploding right now, so... Oh wow, camera doesn't know what to do. Yeah, I'm just gonna cut this and detach. Let it fall. Can turn our SAS off, let aerodynamics take over. Where are we gonna land? Looks like we might get a dry land landing this time, somewhere around that area. Speed us up. I'm so giddy right now. All that science we're bringing back, I feel like we can almost unlock half of the next tier of science. Like, I'm just guessing, you know. Place your bets now. What's the number of the ballpark, roughly, of the amount of science we're going to get? I'm estimating, like, somewhere between 2,500 and 3,000 science. Nah, that might be too much. Okay, let's say, like, we're definitely going to get over 1,000. I feel like we should be getting over 1,000 science. He did, like, 5 landings. Roughly, I think, like, 200 science each, yeah. Definitely higher than 1,000, like 1,500. That's a lot of science. Speaking of a lot of science, as I'm recording this today, the probe that had spent the last 13 years exploring Saturn just finished its mission in one of the single most poetic ways I've ever heard. And apparently this was part of the plan all along. It was crashed into the atmosphere, became a part of the planet that it explored. It was a genuinely touching moment to see all the scientists. It was broadcast live on the internet, on NASA's live stream. To see all the scientists that come, like, 13 years of work come to a close. A lot of new people have been brought on since then. It's inspired a lot of generations. Pretty much everything we know about Saturn came from that probe. And it's very, very embarrassing that I actually can't remember what it's called. Cassini or something like that. The name of the probe isn't really what stuck with me so much as the grandeur that surrounded the completion of its mission. And it broadcasted data up to the very last minutes. Definitely go check it out if you have a chance. There we go. Anything we can do here? Oh yeah, check it out. Some more science. That means we don't have any samples from here either, do we? Well, take a surface sample. EVA report. We do have an EVA report. Okay, just a crew report is what we don't have. Okay, recover vessel. Now, how much did we get? How much science did we get? Come on, come on, come on. Give me a big number. 2,500. My first guess was actually closer. Wow. 2,586 science. Holy smokes. Recovery of a vessel from orbit around Minmus. 3 point. Then we get like 125. Yeah, it was actually a lot more science than I estimated, because the surface sample alone was 150 each time we landed. Wow. Well, I'm gonna go on a spending spree. And tell you what, I'll let you guys witness it. Okay, where do we start? Jeez. Usually up here around the top is a good place to be, because we got like better rocketry. These are our most advanced thrusters that we can get. In fact, hang on a sec. It costs a ton of money, but we'll do it anyway. Science facility has been upgraded to the maximum, which means we can literally unlock everything now, provided we have enough science for it. So let's see what we need on this tree. This will allow us to build rovers, which is something that I definitely want to do. In fact, I want to get these wheels, so let's get this and this. It's already a lot of science spent. But then in order to make up for more science, let's probably get some of these. We also may want... Let's go for this duo. That one in large volume rocketry. Then we still have 800 science. Let's spend that on... We spend it on spaceflight, heavy landing. Let's send it on this one. Spend it on this one. This is another science and surface sampling focused research. Got a telescope we can build for, you know, finding asteroids. And we got enough for either one of these. Or yeah, I think I'm gonna go like let's see what happens. If I'm gonna get the grabber. This is gonna cost 90, leaves us with 300. Yeah, so we can still spend science to buy one more of the things in this this level here. I think I'm going to go with... I think I'm gonna go with... I'm gonna go with high altitude flight. Or am I? Should I be going with heavy landing instead? Should I be going with this one for the inline clampotron? Let's go for this one. Some better electricity. That was our Minmus mission, ladies and gentlemen. A huge success. Thank you for joining me. And I hope to see you again sometime in the future. For all of our future missions. Let's, yeah, Duna. It's our next big goal. Still a ways in the future, though. See you all next time.